Okay, folks, so just want to update you with Warhammer Chaosbane. The game's been out a couple of weeks now, and the core gameplay, as far as I'm concerned, is a lot of fun. And I've mentioned in my review that the gameplay is tremendously fun, especially for those of you that enjoy the action role-playing game genre. But now that people have been playing it for quite a while, the game has come out under quite a bit of criticism for its lack of endgame content, and this is definitely a concern. There was supposed to be a patch coming out this week in order to address and alleviate some of those issues, but unfortunately now that has been delayed. So we're going to take a look at the patch notes which have been updated along with the delay to see what it is that we're getting and when. So updated onto the patch notes recently, actually, along with the delay here, when the delay was announced, is the fact there's going to be a new level of gear rarity, which will be a green colour gear. So right now the highest level of rarity is the red coloured stuff, which is pretty potent, but it doesn't take you all that long to farm the sets for that. So it'd be interesting to know if the green gear is going to be the same items, such as the sets that we've been collecting, but with higher stats and stuff, or if it's actually going to be new items as well. So not much is said about that right now, we'll have to find out. But it is for all armour types, including rings, weapons and amulets. Something else to farm for, I guess that extends the end game in and of itself. But then we do get this brand new mode, the invasion mode. You might have seen this in game already, but it's currently locked off. And this is an interesting one. There's been a couple of screenshots shown for this already, where there's various nodes that you can traverse across. It's kind of like an interface, and I guess each one is like a room that you have to clear enemies out of. I'm not too sure, but it seems that the further you get through this, then obviously the more rewards you're going to unlock for it as well. And there's a rank system to invasion mode, so it's possible, I could be wrong, but it's possible that invasion mode is going to be a type of never-ending content, a little bit like the Greater Rift system in Diablo 3, but we'll have to really wait until we can test it out next week to just figure out exactly what's going on with that one. And then this one's interesting, the additional graphics options added. A lot of people did criticise the fact for the PC version that there was just no graphical options included, which seems a little strange, but good to see that Eco Software have listened to those complaints and are definitely starting to add those into the game. And then there's been some balance changes. The boss difficulty one I think is important, especially if you play through the story. That first boss, the first major boss, is extremely difficult actually, and a lot of people had trouble with him. And that might be a good thing, but then the other bosses were actually quite easy in comparison. So the Act 2 to 4 bosses were much more simple to defeat than the first boss, which obviously meant there was some tuning issues there. So I suspect that some of those later bosses will be tuned a little bit more difficult than they are now, and perhaps that first boss will be tuned so it's a little bit easier. But I think as well, something that's... Oh yeah, there it is, look. There are going to be new Chaos difficulties added as well. So Chaos 5 is currently the cap. Chaos 6 and 7 are going to be added to the game. What the incentive is for playing those difficulties, I'm not yet sure. Right now, playing Chaos 5 just seems completely pointless because it takes so much longer to kill enemies, and the loot rewards that you get from it are actually no different than the loot rewards you get from just playing Chaos 1 to 4. So hopefully that'll be adjusted as well. But yeah, there's some other... the loot drop rate is an interesting one. I suspect, it doesn't really go into details here, but I suspect it means that the loot drop rate is going to be adjusted downwards, in the sense that loot will be dropping less often, because, you get to level 50 right now, and then literally within a couple of hours you can have all of the sets completed for the class that you're playing, and then of course you're done at that point. So along with the new level of gear, the new invasion mode, and these balance changes, there should be more longevity added into the game with this. Okay, and then we've got some miscellaneous changes, passive slots and vanity slots upgraded. Well, that'll be useful, and it should actually help out with character builds as well, just to give a little bit more variety there with the various slots that you're going to be using, or the various skills that you're going to be using in those passive slots. And 10 new levels of reputation added to the Collectors Guild. Okay, so we'll be interested to see what the rewards for those levels will be. And then some bug fixes as well. So when this patch is exactly coming out, we're not yet sure. Like I said, we was told it was this week without a day, but now of course towards the end of the week we've been told it's delayed until next week. So I'll keep you updated on this, and once the patch has been released and I've installed it, I'll test it out as well and let you guys know what I think. Alright then folks, well please do share in the comments if you've been playing Warhammer Chaosbane, what your thoughts are of the game so far, and how you think these improvements, or rather these changes, are going to improve the experience going forward, and what you think Eco Software need to do in order to keep Chaosbane just basically increasing in its fun levels, should we say, going forward, because it has had some criticism and there is clearly stuff that the team need to work on here, and hopefully this is a good start and we'll see where things go from here. Alright, thanks for stopping by today folks. I'll see you in the next video.